What is a champion? A miserable pile of pixels.
What's up, summoners and other bros out there? This is Hepodix and I am back with a new intro and a video camera which backs up the quality much better here. Anyways, this time I'll be talking about the 10 best champions for September 2014, and like always, this is for the Summoner's Rift, and I'll be choosing 2 champions per each role. 2 ADC, 2 supports, 2 mid laners, 2 junglers, and 2 top laners. So let's move on, hope you enjoy. Khazix the Void Reaver takes a leap into this list as a jungler because this assassin has been recently appearing way too often and definitely looks like he's quite viable at the moment. There are no recent patch note changes to Khazix, but altogether his abilities are truly devastating with its high damage output and mobility combined. Vayne the Night Hunter is the ADC that's been recently questionable, at least for me, because after the big lifesteal nerf that was some months ago, I've played less her and underrated the champion as well. But now that the lifesteal issue has been balanced out somewhat, Vayne has been on the spot often and you're definitely able to dish out players with her, but still prior single target focus and requires trial and error. Vi has been a mediocre jungler for a very long time, and her presence overall is still scary today, with its amazing ganks and jungler clear time as well. The best thing Vi offers for the team is her lock-on potential when you combine Volt Breaker and an Assault and Battery together, plus she's surprisingly tanky likewise. Also, Evelynn and Lucian are very close too when we're talking about the most viable picks for the jungle. Gragas is a mid lane champion and yeah, also top or even jungle that has been going through changes in the past months, and I have little mixed opinions regarding a couple of things with Graggy. His best potential seems to be an item build that is somewhat hybrid with items such as Rod of Ages and Iceborne Gauntlet that are very popular items for Gragas and also work out extremely well. I personally tried heavy mix of hybrid penetration of Gragas, and I was even more sold out for this new style, and trust me, it works. One minor thing that bugs me though is that Drunken Rage has 30 mana cost in all 5 ranks, which is moderately low, but come on, it used to be 0 mana cost before, so why now the cost? Gnar. This little funny AD bruiser is the first top lane selection in the list, and due to the many changes that came in the recent patch notes 4.15, this Yorder really raised the bar with its overall presence. There are quite many changes here listed, as Gnar now gains a bit more HP regeneration, bug fix on the passive, more width and speed to the boomerang toss, and the boomerang is also easier to catch now. Additionally, there are slight adjustments to the border throw, a small bug fix with the stunned wall up, and the ultimate Gnar has this weird AP ratio plus few adjustments regarding the total performance and functionality when using Gnar. With these changes overall, Gnar can execute top lane much better, but his item build must consist a mix of attack damage and tankiness, because you end up being in the middle of fights with the mega form, and going out there squishy will get you killed extremely fast. Lucian the Purifier has been also a questionable ADC recently, because I wasn't really sure whether the changes regarding Relentless Pursuit that happened some time ago hurted Lucian or not, but almost nothing has changed after all because my god, he's still so viable. Too bad that the third ability doesn't remove slow effects anymore, but that aside, it has 0 mana cost, which is nice, and the passive Light Slinger reduces the cooldown of Relentless Pursuit massively, which makes Lucian very mobile ADC now, especially later on once the ability is maxed. The playstyle is slightly different now because of the changes, but Lucian is still a good champion when executed correctly. Couple other AD carries that I didn't mention are still very viable as well. Tristana, Draven, Jinx and Graves, very good picks all around too. Morgana is still quite amazing champion and definitely takes a well-deserved place in this list as a support. As we all know how frustrating her black shield is, Riot was actually kind enough to nerf some of that shield plus the ultimate in the patch 4.14. Even though the shield has been nerfed some, it isn't enough to drop her from the list, as I think personally that the duration itself, that is 5 seconds, makes it still extremely viable ability and overall one annoying hell of a support kind. Jax is the second top lane choice that I came up with, as he is one of those that are hard to drop from this list. Even though there are no patch notes affecting Jax recently, his overall presence is still insane and anyone who relies on auto attacks are in a bigger disadvantage when facing Jax. Other extremely viable choices for top that I didn't mention still are Maokai, Nidalee and Renekton, which shouldn't be underestimated either. I don't really know how long Thresh is going to stay as an insane support, because that's what he is definitely, and either no patch notes in sight. Damn! His presence overall is still outstanding, as we all know how good his abilities are combined, and due to the small nerf Morgana got, I think Thresh became the most viable support again, and honestly it's really shame to repeat myself with the same picks over and over. In addition to Thresh and Morgana, there are a couple other very good supports too at the moment, like Braum, Leona, Nami and Blitzcrank. Yasuo is the flipping swordsman, and again takes the prior in this top 10 list, as the patch notes haven't affected him, and instead he continues to grow and succeed in the middle lane over and over again. The thing with Yasuo is that once you get the touch for the abilities, and especially timing the wind wall correctly in different situations, can be very game breaking too. The bottom line is that as long as there are no heavy nerfs incoming or some sort of insane counter for Yasuo, he's gonna stay in the list for some time being, at least for now, as I honestly think he is the most viable pick for now. Also, I didn't forget Syndra, as she can still obliterate mid lane too and comes up without a doubt still as one of the best. Okay, so that's all there is to the top 10 champions for September 2014. Please rate thumbs up if you enjoyed and let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, give it a subscribe if you haven't yet for my new weekly LOL and other gaming videos to come. That's all there is today. My name is Hepodix and have a nice day.